People have been shouting from the rooftops, "Hey Disney, when are you going to give us something good?" Well, I'm here to tell you that it may be too late. Perhaps the time has passed by, but we are finally getting something that looks decent. That coming from Ryan Reynolds and his efforts to bring together the Fox superheroes. We're talking about Wolverine, Hugh Jackman playing him, but now the legend is that Channing Tatum will be joining. That's right, Magic Mike, coming to the MCU to play Gambit in the film that never was. Is Deadpool 3 loading the barrel with tons and tons of great cameos and characters? And could this finally be the way that Disney saves Marvel, or is it simply too late? We are talking about the situation we have where it looks like now that Gambit, the X-Man, may be joining Deadpool 3. This is something that I have been sitting on for a little bit because I didn't think it was true, and it's kind of been circulating out there in the rumor mills for about a month. I talked to someone that I think has a pretty good handle on this about whether or not this one is true, and the answer was, well, interesting. The answer I got back was, it wasn't true before the strike, but it's getting more true. And I said, well, what, I think I can figure out what that means. I think I get the insinuation. But here's the article, and we'll read this. Deadpool 3 rumor teases Channing Tatum with comic-accurate Gambit suit by Anthony Singletary. This one all the way back from August 14th. But again, I've been waiting for an answer and got that answer. And it's kind of a non-answer, but at the same time, it is an answer, right? It wasn't true before the strike, but it's getting more true. Okay. Here's what it says. Fans have been celebrating Hugh Jackman's return in Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool 3 with a brand new costume. However, it seems as though Channing Tatum will be joining him and donning a comic-accurate suit as Gambit. Tatum's Gambit film was one of the many tragedies of Fox's X-Men era. Despite the actor having pushed for the film nearly as much as Ryan Reynolds did for Deadpool, the film was left on the cutting room floor after Disney's purchase of the studio. However, it seems as though Reynolds is set to revive Tatum's Gambit, just as he's doing with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. With Insider, "Can we get some toast?" teasing a comic-accurate costume. While Tatum isn't many people's first choice to play Gambit, Deadpool 3 is setting the stage for a true celebration of Fox's X-Men legacy, bringing back big stars like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, as well as big flops like Jennifer Garner's Elektra. So, there you go. Didn't see this one coming until, recently, because again, I thought this wasn't actually real. But let's go to the panel and get your thoughts on, does this even matter? Do you think audiences even care anymore? Is Channing Tatum the kind of name that could generate some enthusiasm for this? Or is this a big meh burger?
I think having watched Free Guy and having Ryan Reynolds and Channing Tatum in a movie together, now you're seeing this. It's not like a major surprise because Ryan Reynolds kind of has his friends and he kind of plays in that box. So not a huge surprise, but it was actually one of those movies that I was excited about back when it was first rumored, because at that time, Channing Tatum, he was starting to kind of blossom. And I'm kind of like interested. I won't be watching Deadpool because it tends to be out of the content that I watch. But at the same time, I'll be happy to see it in a trailer.
I don't think that's going to make anyone more excited or less excited for Deadpool 3. I think the people excited for Deadpool 3 are already there with Hugh Jackman coming back and Ryan Reynolds, and just the fact that Deadpool is a very fun character. I think, I don't know anything about this comic character. I do think I can totally see him. Like he said, he was in Free Guy, and I thought he was pretty funny in it in his small role. So I can see him in a Deadpool type movie because I think Channing Tatum is actually pretty good at comedy. He was also in that movie. What was it with
Lost City?
Lost City with Sandra Bullock, and I thought he did good there. Like, he really may be kind of like a Rob Lowe that needs to kind of transition from just the hunk to doing comedy. I think he might actually help his career that way. So I can see him being in this and it being pretty humorous, at least. It may not be a good depiction, but being funny.
So culture, it looks to me like, and then we'll get Lorena in, but Culture, it looks to me like Marvel is making every decision that I would have made in 2019 or 2020 if I were Marvel wanting to keep my fans. Can they bring them back with good decisions that are 3 years too late?
I don't think so. In the trend in Hollywood, it's always and often said, and quite accurately, the trends go to Hollywood to die. And I think in this case, this probably has already happened. You can bring in Channing Tatum, and as the chat suggests, he can magic mic it up. I'm sure. But you can have him in Deadpool 3. You can have him in this world. And as much as I'd like to see him as Gambit, I think it's a little too. I think it's too little, too late. That's probably the best way to say it, Pro. And I don't know if I'm going to be on the island alone there, but
Lorena, you feel the same?
How can I put this? Besides, when I heard about this, I'm like, oh great, Magic Mike is going to be is going to be Gambit. That's like literally the first thing that I thought of. I love Gambit. I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3, but considering what's been happening with the Marvel movies of late, Deadpool 3 is going to have to knock it out of the park. So I'm kind of like a wait and see, but exclusive of the comedy timing that Channing Tatum has, he has to be able to accurately bring that Cajun accent. If he does not, it's not Gambit.
It's over.
It's over.
So this is, I'm sorry, I was doing producerly things in the background, so I don't know if this was stated that there was a Gambit film in the works with Channing Tatum for a very long time, and he kept having to answer questions about it for years. This was one of the big Fox properties that was on the back burner, and he was pushing really hard to try to get this movie made. There was a big struggle at Fox, and I think that's what this joke is about. It's all of these old Fox properties and things that this is Ryan Reynolds making a meta joke about the state of the industry. I think that being said, Channing Tatum does have the chops to act and also be funny. That being said, he's a bit of a meathead, but he's also a really good writer. Sorry, let me restate that. He knows that his persona is a bit of a meathead. The guy's easily underestimated, super talented, but Gambit is one of the biggest draws of the X-Men animated series that they're going to bring back, and they're going to ruin it. If you've got Gambit and you don't have Rogue, you're kind of missing an essential part.
That's a good point. That's like Romeo and Juliet, but no Juliet. So I don't know how that works if you just send Romeo with a gang of dudes to go have some fun in a metaverse. I don't know, how this plays out.
But it's okay. We haven't had Rogue inside the X-Men universe really anyway.
I mean, come on. It's like,
and they'll have to recast Rogue.
You get this guy who is like this, ladies' man, and you get this woman who is this, bombshell Southern miss. But if she touches anyone, she's going to kill him, whether or not she wants to. That is a great pairing. This guy who obviously has this thing for just this one. I mean, I could go on about how perfect the irony, the dramatic irony of that pairing. And it doesn't need to start in a Deadpool movie. I'll say that. So if they're doing a gag, that's great. If they're trying to do Rogue and Gambit,
Do you see a lot of jokes about the fact that Gambit can't touch his girlfriend out of Deadpool?
Oh, that would actually be hilarious. But they would also be they would pre-Marvel it there, where Marvel doesn't understand the difference between a joke and just deflating their own dramatic momentum. So
I bet all these characters, if I'm guessing, it's kind of used for a humorous purpose and not super long. Just like in Deadpool 2 when he did X-Force, and it was very funny, but it wasn't very long, is what I'm saying. Like he kind of did it, but not really.
Now the one exception to this is that I'm thinking they have promoted Hugh Jackman enough that it's kind of an expectation going in that Hugh Jackman's going to be there.
Oh,
Hugh Jackman is in for 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yes.
But also, and don't forget this, I don't know that we're going to get Channing Tatum coming back to play Gambit over and over, but we are getting Hugh Jackman as Wolverine over and over. It's a multi-movie deal that's finally been confirmed, and we've had it confirmed now that he will be playing Wolverine in Secret War, And we think that it's extremely likely that he is being paired with Spider-Man for a Wolverine Spider-Man Avengers movie. Folks, I think what we're seeing here is I think that Marvel, whether it's at the behest of Kevin Feige or at the behest of Bob Iger, Marvel is throwing all of their A-tier characters. They are getting rid of the mantle strategy. They're going with all of their A-tier characters, throw everything at it that they can. They don't have Iron Man because RDJ's not coming back, but they can throw everything they have at this. And I think that's the strategy because they have seen their audience cut in half or worse, and that can't continue and then remain in the position that they were for at least the last two phases, phase 2 and 3, that were good.
Well, because Spider-Man No Way Home showed them that they can cash in on the nostalgia, and now they're just going to keep spamming that nostalgia button until they run out of money again.
Well said.
Do you guys think there's any chance that Ryan Reynolds, that he's going to use his Deadpool movie to almost kind of poke fun of the multiverse?
Please.
Like, I feel like that's what you're getting. I think that's what you're getting. That's how you get all these characters.
I hope he does, because the Deadpool movies, they don't pull any punches when they want to clown.
I hope he makes fun of She-Hulk.
Yes, please let him twerk in a way that mocks that terrible scene.
Michelle, I don't know that you could expect him to do that. In fact, I guarantee he will do that. I think he'll. Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to Deadpool. It's the only Marvel film I think I could say I'm looking forward to. Everything else, it's lost its appeal entirely. Maybe Gambit appears in the film, maybe he doesn't. I don't really care. I get to see Hugh Jackman play Wolverine again, and I think that's a win for all of us. And I get to see Ryan Reynolds be Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Can I complain about something for 3 seconds, X-Men related?
I've never timed you, but go for it.
At the end of it wasn't Dark Phoenix. It was one of the after the Day After Tomorrow, whatever the time travel was, right? So like with
After Days of Future Past.
Yeah, so
it was.
I think it
what
was
that
the
one?
End of the second last one. They all had their comic accurate outfits.
Yeah,
and that was epic. And then they came back with Dark Phoenix or whatever.
don't.
And they went back to generic stupid stuff. And I'm like, come on! Because my wife and I, we just watched through all of them recently, and so I just got like really mad all over again. And I was like,
that's what they need. More black leather suits that no one can move around.
Yeah,
that's what they need.
Yeah.
God, it was
I thought we were going to get a Wilton smash moment right then.
Yeah.
I just saw it coming. I could feel it. I could feel your inner Wilton being released.
Oh, my inner Wilton would be more like, that was epic. That was the best thing ever, man. So.
Well, Jonas, speaking about releasing the best thing ever, let's get to some super chats. And folks, we are going to be ending. We've got a hard stop at 7 p.m. Eastern time today because we have to get ready for the Ahsoka debut to happen. Lauren Connor and I are going to watch through that. And then at 11 p.m. Eastern time, member exclusive for August, the August member exclusive stream will be Lauren Connor and myself giving our immediate review following our watching of the 2 episodes. And Lauren was none too pleased that he had to get back on Disney Plus. We're not going to tell you how we managed to make that happen, but let's just say that Lauren continues to be in protest of Disney and what they have done to Star Wars, and he is vehement about maintaining his protest of Disney and what they have done to Star Wars.
I'll just point out the X-Men movie that we completely forgot was X-Men Apocalypse.
Yes, I didn't even see that one.
Well,
oh man,
one of the best villains in Marvel done at the worst possible.
Oh man,
yeah.
And if you want a great example of Apocalypse, read the comics first of all.
Yes.
But the X-Men animated 90s series did a great job with him.
All right, folks, if you enjoyed this conversation, well, we sure would enjoy a like. Consider clicking it, share, subscribe, and when you click it, you stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. And also, don't forget that, yes, we did have a conversation, but we covet your comments now. This is not just a dialogue between those of us who are on screen. This is a community discussion with all of you as well. So drop a comment down below and tell us, well, did we do okay with this? Are you excited about Gambit? Do you think that No, you're tired of Marvel, you're tired of Disney, and you're not going to give them another chance. Let us know down below, and we would love to read and respond. And folks, of course, never forget to keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Clickbait, fraud, drama queen. Ugh, I wish there was a channel that was 5 to 6 minute news reads without the drama, frauds, and clickbait that could accurately let me know the current news, providing my crucial context utilizing all the different That Park Place contributors and creators.
Well, stupid, there is. It's the That Park Place YouTube channel, which will be going live real soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you can really stick it to the algorithms.
You're joking.
Nope.